Okay, let's do number 5 now in independent practice. Read the question with me first and then take your notes, please. It says, Ariana is planning to spend a certain number of days on a trip to Florida. If she plans to spend 5 of the days in Orlando, she'll have 16 more days for the rest of her vacation. How many days does Ariana plan to spend in Florida? Okay, this one they didn't give us any help, so we need to draw our picture, okay? So go ahead and get your, we do not have a total, do we? They told us she was going to spend 5 days in Orlando, so we put our 5 here, and that she had 16 more days to have for her vacation. So how do we find out how many days she spent in Florida? What do we need to do with these two numbers that we have? Yes, this one is fairly simple. We just need to put the two numbers what? Together. So x is going to equal 5 plus 16. So all we have to do is 5 plus 16. So that means x then equals what? 21. And what would be our label? 21 what? Days. Good. Okay, that one was pretty short and simple. We just had to put our 2 days together. If we were to check for our estimate, when you have a single digit, you can either keep it at that. Most people, in 5 is an easy number to use anyway, or you could round it up to 10, and 16 would round to what? 20. So we would do 5 plus 20, which gives us about 25. 25 days is close to 21 days, so our problem is reasonable. All right, good job. 5th grade, that is all our textbook gives us. So we are going to go, though, and I have given you a couple more problems. Now, these are not in the textbook, okay? So I'm going to need you to do your best to get this copied from the board. So I labeled this here, more practice. We're going to draw a picture and write an equation. And I've given us a couple more. So let's start with this first one. Alice buys 8 apples. She needs 22 apples in all. How many more apples should Alice get? Clue words here being how many more. That's what we need to find out. Okay, so we need to take what we know, which is what? Let's draw our picture. So we're going to draw a line. What do we know? What's the total? 22. Good. 22 is the total. How many does she have? Good. 8. So let's draw our box at the bottom. We know there is 8 that she's already bought, and then we have to figure out the rest, which is x. Okay, when we're looking for how many more, what operation do we need to use? Good, subtraction. So we're going to do 22 take away 8 is going to equal our x. Okay, if you need to, take 22 and line up your numbers by place value here. Can we do 2 take away 8? No, so we're going to borrow. This becomes 1, this becomes 12. 12 take away 8 is 4. 1 take away 0 is 1. So x equals 14. And what's our label? What are we talking about? Apples. So how many more apples does she need? 14. Okay, good job, 5th grade. If there's any questions, please copy them down. Let's do one more. Bob and Bill have a total of $22. Bob has $14. How many dollars does Bill have? Okay, so again, what do we know total? Total is what? 22. So again, make your line. 22 goes on top. Okay, and we know that Bob has 14, so make your boxes down here. 14 would go here, and then we don't know this number, so we'll make that our x. Okay, how are we going to find out how much money that Bill has? Are we going to add those two numbers together, or do we need to subtract? This is our total, and this is what Bob has. What are we going to need to do? Good, subtract. So you're going to take $22 minus the $14 to get x. Okay, so again, then if you don't want to do from left to right, line your numbers up by place value and do $22 minus $14. Can we do 2 take away 4? Nope, so we have to borrow. This becomes 1. This becomes 12 again. 12 minus 4 is what? 8. Good. And 1 minus 1 is what? 0. Good. So what does X equal here? How much money does Bill have? 8 what? $8. So X equals $8. And that's how much money who has? Bill has. Good job, 5th grade. Take a minute, please, now, and write down any questions that you may have.